430 grams of flour, whatever that is. I don't know if that's 2 cups, 1 cup, some cup and a quarter, but 430 grams of flour. One of these days, 442. If I don't mess up anyways. Come on. Come on. $350 grams of water. Put in bowl. Shave 1 or 2 apples to your preference, not your fingers. Or I peel it first, like this. Then I just continue into the bowl. For the whole apple until I get down to where I dangerously probably shouldn't go. Anyways, you get the point. Stop. Okay, now I just sort of stir these in, trap some of the apple juice into the flour, maybe. That's probably all in my head, but we've already got the water measured out from earlier. Pour some in, mix this around. Until it gets all but, I don't know. We'll keep going here because this is kind of the only, it's not even important, but you want to mix in all the salt in the water mostly before you add your starter, you know, and then sort of roughly judge how much. We're probably going to roughly add about that much starter here in a minute if I don't use all this water. And it's weird, some days I need more water than other days, but that's why it doesn't really matter. It just matters you want to make goop, you don't want to make soup or something like that. So you can kind of tell this kind of looking like, I don't know, some kind of dough at some point here, but then we'll get the starter out. And pull the starter out of the fridge. It looks like this. It's probably, I just don't even want to know, so we're just gonna, yeah. Shake her up a little bit. And see, we got roughly that's what I've got in here. So I'm gonna, for the most part, make sure to just inoculate, infect, however you want to look at it. And I only use about half of that this time. And sometimes I need more. Sometimes there's a big hunk of ball of dough in here because I put too much flour in, but like, it doesn't really matter. And I can straight up eat this on some hamburger in the air fryer. Was it ever recording? Now I'm just gonna mix this up. Stop the recording. I like to add a little cinnamon. Okay, I mixed the previous cinnamon into this, so we get this sort of consistency. This is kind of what you're looking for as far as how wet. It just kind of barely sloops in the bowl. I don't know how to say it. And then what I like to do is I like to dust this with brown sugar, just a little bit, maybe a teaspoon. and some more cinnamon that doesn't get stirred in on top. I don't know, smells amazing for one. Two, you'll come back in 2 hours after your first rise, and that cinnamon and brown sugar will turn to a liquid, and then I like to roll that around in the bowl around the outside because, of course, yeast love to eat sugar. So this helps ensure that the second rise in the nitrogen cycle. But we'll continue then. The only other thing we need to do is put saran wrap over this bowl so that it traps the CO2 inside.
Okay.
Now we need to feed our starter. So what I'm going to do is take the water that we didn't use, put it in there, and then take and just dump some more flour in there with that. Just I don't know how much. You're not going to kill it. And then I just give it a shake, put it in the fridge. Make sure you get a good seal, because once again, the nitrogen cycle won't happen. Okay, so like sometime before you go to bed, it doesn't matter. I know you hate not exact stuff, but like 50% of the way through waiting, however long you're going to wait, I do 12 to 24 hours. So sometime before I go to bed, this is the same one in the video that we started this morning. You can see the brown sugar has turned liquid. Yeast love to eat sugar, so what I'm going to do for the second rise, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, I don't know if second rise, first rise, whatever, but I'm going to roll this sugar, I'm going to roll this bowl around, and you see my liquid sugars, it's going to go around that outside edge and feed all that yeast, and by morning this dough about be touching the top of this plastic. Well, I'm just going to roll this around, and that's also why I got the cinnamon there, so I can tell when it's rolled, but I'll just roll this around until all that liquid's gone.